Hello, survivors! I'm the Survivalist, and we come to the full release of Wizard with a Gun. I played the demo a little while ago on the channel and really enjoyed my time with it, so I was looking super forward to the full release for Wizard with a Gun. Admittedly, it did come out kind of like mid-October-ish or so, but because of trying to do the Halloween mode and everything, I had to slide a number of series back a ways. So this is one that I'm excited to get started with. I'm going to keep it as a long-going series, or like in our 3 times a week slot. I might shift it down to 2 or so. We'll see how we go as it runs along, because it's got a little bit of like a roguelike element, so you'll be seeing probably the same content a few times over. So I don't want it to kind of wear down its welcome, but I also do want to show it off and go into it, because the premise and everything made it a really fun game to keep an eye on, and then playing it was also a good experience. Just going to go for a new game. Yeah, we'll play the tutorial to see if anything else has been changed. The demo already was very polished and a fun experience, so I'm guessing the only thing that's really different now is that perhaps there's a little more content, and like all full levels are there to explore. All the basics, all the mechanics, all the foundations were present in the demo to try out. Now this is the broader experience of everything on top of that. There are a couple of things from the demo I wonder if have been changed or not. Like, one of them is, in order to get, like, new firearms, like, you can craft your own magical bullets in this game, where it's basically a roguelike, and you're a gunslinger, or gunmancer, I think they're called. I can't remember what the term is they used, but we'll find out soon enough. But anyway, you can craft your own bullets and choose which ones to use, which have different effects depending on what they are. But when it came to the firearms, I think you would only got them as like a rare drop from killing enemies in the world. I was kind of hoping there'd be a little bit more you actually can craft and customize your own weaponry in a way. I'm not sure if that is the case or it's all down to the bullets, but I'll just quickly make up a little character here. Or a little wizard, because yeah, you're not a gunslinger, you're a gunmancer. I'm pretty sure that's it. Maybe I'll take the little skull. Yeah, I think I'll go for that. Nah, we're not looking to be jester, we'll just stick with those. Backpack, I kind of like the bedroll pack combo. Yeah, I'll do that. Masks. Yeah, and I don't need anything on our little guy. Let's see. Just the kind of eyes we want. I kind of like just nice big like that. And we'll go for that. There we go. We got ourselves our wizard, all prepped and ready to go. But yeah, we've woken up on the post-chaos shatter, I believe. Wizard without a gun. Find your way to the tower. Yeah, there were a lot of comparisons made for, like, the first gameplay reveals of Wizard with a Gun to Don't Starve. But when I got to play the demo, I preferred this over Don't Starve for a number of reasons. There were a few little things that you kind of discover for yourself for getting the materials and that, but it felt a little bit better interacting with the world and collecting items. Like, one of my problems with Don't Starve is how long it would take for you to start, like, cutting down tree and collecting wood, and as you get into more advanced crafting, it would need so much more and more and more, so it felt like entire days would be spent just trying to get enough of a single material. But for Wizard with a Gun, it feels like it's more generous in how much you can get for your gathering in that. It's like that little bit was already 22 pieces of wood. Oh, the Cryptomancer. Oh good, you are still alive. You aren't my first pick, but my first pick is already dead. It's not ideal. I wouldn't ask you to do this if I had another choice. There's not much time left before the world ends. You'll have to get into the tower to roll back time before chaos starts wrecking things. There's a doorway not too far from here, just follow the path. Can do. But yeah, I want to, just because this is a, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. Action roguelike? I think that's, or no, not a roguelike. I think more roguelite. But yeah, I'm just going to keep getting some extra materials that we can. Oh. I did like the dodge. Actually, I feel like that's changed up a little bit from what it was in the demo. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to actually have this guy do a little bit of our work for us. Now, oh, his shots will take down this. Perfect. Okay, come on. A little bit more. There we go. Thank you very much. We'll be on our way. Oh, and what do we got over here? Oh, are you going to... Well, let's see if we can get him to do some more stuff at us. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'll just take a few things. Oh, that's right. If I want to pick everything up quickly, there's an option too. Okay. I don't want to spend too long on this, but... Yeah, let's just kind of let the auto loot go around a bit. Hello, wizard. She's dead, wizard. There's no bounty left for you to collect now. All the doorways are closed again across the entire tower. If you open them all once, perhaps you can too, but you'll need Arcana. Chaos is just magical energy, malignant and mindless. You'll need to fight it to gather some Arcana. To fight it, you'll need a... what did she call it? Ah yes, a gun. Okay, yeah, so for your first one you can craft here. There are a couple of, like, tool items. But we'll craft ourselves a gun, and craft ourselves a tangy tea, why not? Yeah, and everything you do in the game revolves around guns. It kind of gave me a little bit of Enter the Gungeon vibes for the feeling of, like, how firearms were so important to it. Now that you have a gun, you can gather Arcana to unlock the doorway. It'll take you to a safe place. Chaos monsters will drop Arcana when they die. So we just gotta go and find a few Chaos critters. Snag that and that. Oh, and there's the last bar. Howdy. Everything comes to an end, kid. We've got the best seats for watching the show. That old ghost tell you the fate of the world's in your hands? I've heard her say that one before. It's a heavy burden put on anyone. Don't stress too much, kid. If you fail, no one will be around to blame you. Good luck with everything, kid. Oh, is that? Okay, so I've got... Oh. A wizard? Be careful, beings of pure chaos coming through rifts up ahead. Defeat them, tame Arcana, and open the doorway. Yeah, so we start off around half health, but I think because of the bit of food I had, it's regenerating slowly over time. Oh, we got a glass chunk. I think that's new. And yeah, I'm just going to collect a few things early because I know we'll be putting it all to good use. There's something... I know it's not for everybody's survival crafting games, but there's something satisfying to me about just getting the materials and combining and crafting it all to help your situation out. Yeah, so there's some more Arcana. And I also do like one of the things about this game is that when enemies attack, you see a little bit of, like, significance on the ground. There's a little effect to see, like, what the attack's going to do for what area it'll cover, and basically to avoid it better. Chaos is a relentless force, but he stood strong against it. Turn the doorway to open the tower. There we go. We'll snag all that. And keep working our way along. Yeah, we'll repair that. And we step right on in to enter the tower. You made it to the tower, you have a moment to relax. Yeah, so we gotta explore, learn the basics of the tower, and start getting along to the real meat of the game. So first we gotta tether our soul back here. And that has us opening our way forward a little bit. We've also got the first edition. Learn how to learn. The first edition is an ancient Makana tome capable of learning about the world around it. You can use it to scan objects to find out more about them. While holding the first edition, you'll see an indication above objects you can scan. You can upgrade the first edition allowing you to scan more objects. Scanning some objects and creatures provides recipes for crafting. Yes, this is your way to get more recipe blueprints, also expand and learn lore about the world and that. Basically just a good thing to kind of collect as much as you can. We got the wheel there. The wheel's broken. The wheel's gears must be returned before the time can be rolled back and the world restored to its state. Yeah, so we gotta do a little bit more around here first before we'll be able to get that set up. Let me just get our way through here to collect the gears there, as well as study that. The Arcane Annihilator. And I'll take that. Okay, so yeah, the first edition. In the early days of Gunmancy, after constructing the Prime Arcana, the Wizards of the Imperium created the first editions, books capable of learning on their own and writing their own pages. Their creations ended up being too intelligent. The first editions rose up against the wizard who created them and put the academy to the torch, destroying the conjuration and automations wing of the school and killing scores of students and instructors in a conflict that came to a stalemate after a week of fighting. Battle sorcerers were called in from the Kolai front to break the blockade and defeat the tomes. In the aftermath of the uprising, the Dark Wizards of the Imperium enacted laws limiting the way Makana books could be written. No longer could Makana write their own pages, no longer could they learn. From the fires of the academy, only the first few editions remained. Most were locked under strict quarantine, separated from the stone and metal constructs that allowed them to move freely and cast spells. After the shattering of the world, all the first editions were assumed to have been destroyed. So, as you can see going off this, there's a lot of little content for, bosses, enemies, wildlife to take in and explore. And all of them have, little lore tidbits to read up on, too. And we've got things for the buildings as well. So the wheel we saw is an ancient god machine used to roll back time. The process is chaotic and sometimes produces unexpected results based on whether the cause of an event is still in the world or in the tower. As a safeguard put in by the gods, all tethered beings must be in the tower for the wheel to roll back. The soul tether uses safeguard souls of those who use them, and the doorway, these lead back and forth between the world and the tower. And we've also found the research Makana. This massive Makana was Makana, whatever you want to call it, was built in the early days of Gunmancy to aid in spell research. Once state-of-the-art, it's since been replaced with newer research tables and remains a great educational resource for beginner Gunmancers. And the Arcane Annihilator destroys items, converts them into raw Arcana. And yeah, there's a lot to eventually get to. Okay, yeah, so there's that there. We can change out what we're using for our potion. Let me see about crafting anything else. Okay, so that's all I can make for right now. We'll just have to keep going about... Oh, might as well pick up some of the arcane tomes sitting around too. There's another gear. Oh, and we have something else. The Arcana Bank. Store and safeguard your extra Arcana for use later. Yeah, I might as well put that in right now. Okay, so I've got 2 gears. We still need to find the third one somewhere. Oh, there it is, along with the Alchemist book. Welcome to the tower. If you're reading this, I'm dead. Or the Cryptomancer has given up on me and found someone new to take my place. She's confusing and secretive, but you can trust that her goals align with ours, at least at the point of stopping the world from falling apart. She should not come into the tower for reasons she can't or won't divulge, so the tower is completely at your disposal, other than Marcus. Welcome to the tower, whoever you are. Like most, I thought the tower was an imperial myth. The doorways have been closed since the world broke 2 centuries ago, and there are no entrances on the mainland I know of. In my last 5 years on the Shatter, we found and opened all of the doorways we found. Each doorway yielded main discoveries, books, machines, reagents, until we opened the last one. The large eye-shaped doorway at the edge of the Imperium. We set something loose that's been waiting in the tower a long, long time. I think chaos must be a failsafe left behind by the gods to prevent us from accessing their final tower. Considering what happened 200 years ago, I don't think I'm the first person to release it. We've rolled the wheel back dozens of times to stop chaos from destroying everything. We always fail. Though time doesn't move normally here, I'm too tired and too old to continue this battle. I just keep telling myself, one more time, and I'll likely become your mantra too. Good luck, Hildabulla. And there is our last gear. Can I actually get... Okay, I was able to get that across the little gap. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so we've got to return the gears to the Wheel of Chronomancy and upgrade the first edition, which I'm guessing means we have to repair this. There we go. Okay, so we need more arcane tomes and metal scrap, so it'll be a little bit before I can do anything with that. I don't think we need the Annihilator yet, so let's slot all what we got into the wheel. The Chronomancer's wheel is a god machine that rolls back time. Return ancient gears to add to the wheel and rebuild more of the world. Every gear you add allows you to roll time back further and discover more of the Shatter. So, we've got to enable this and roll back time to where we can here. And this is kind of our level select. There we go. We got ourselves opened up to the first little level. And, okay, so apparently I have to craft another gun in order to craft more ammo. Okay, that's a little interesting, although that does mean you can have some pretty good combinations of, like, equipment to use. But yeah, you know what, we've got a little bit of time. We're going to go on a new expedition. If you go through this doorway, you'll be starting a new expedition. If you die during the expedition, you drop all items out of your backpack and return to the Soul Tether. We'll stop through and do a little bit of exploring. Because yeah, every time you go on an expedition, it procedurally generates a new world or the new level for you. There are like specific biomes or like kind of like, I guess kind of think of it like Mario, where you do have worlds, but then you also have levels in those worlds. And what do we got right here? I've never seen this before. Statue of Flora. Not much is known about Flora. Before the Shatter, she had a cult following of magi who believed she was goddess of life, equal in station and power to the god wizards. The wizards of the Imperium found the cult of Flora guilty of heresy and attempted to stamp them out. They were unsuccessful. The Imperium had its eyes on progress and power, ignoring the growing discontent in the plains. As healers and priests, the cult of Flora were sheltered by the downtrodden common folk of the Imperium, whose wounds and illnesses they treated in exchange. After the destruction of the Imperium, the followers of Flora have spread across the plains, even in places wizards are still not welcome. Not many have made it to the Shatter yet, but the statue of Flora from before the world break can still be found. Okay, I wonder if it's kind of like a sanctuary or healing spot. Now let me drop that one, I'll move that over. Because I think I need to find some other tools out in the world here. Because I think there are different reloading benches that'll let you craft some of the ammunitions. But for now, we'll just do a bit of exploring and see what we can come across. Snag all that, snag all that. And might as well grab those that we can. Yeah, it seems like right now we're still kind of in like a safe area. I don't think we have a countdown to worry about. The roguelite or element kind of comes into play where every expedition has a countdown until chaos arrives, but you do have ways of being able to... Nope, can't get through there. Hilda, hello. You. Oh, you're my replacement. Of all the people on the Shatter, you. Gods, I hope she knows what she's doing. I'm getting too old for this nonsense, but if you're going to take my job, you should at least do it well. First things first, let's get that gun reloaded. Head over to the loading bench. Now that's what I was going to try to find, but we've already got our one wooden guns, we should be okay. Wizards use loading benches to build spells on their guns. You'll use to craft bullets and powders with resources you gather from the world. Yeah, so we'll craft that. That gives us full ammo count there. And we do have sorcerer bullets, so we've got old bullets and sorcerer. Okay, so there's going to be variety of bullets too. But that stocks us up again, so we should be good. Oh, I meant to use this to scan her. The first rider. The inventor of Gunmancy and a skilled alchemist, Hilda has been on the run from her brother's militias for 20 years. 5 years ago, she left the mainland and traveled to Shatter. She spread Gunmancy far and wide across the Broken Islands in hopes that when the mainlanders invade in earnest, the inhabitants will put up a fight. The gun cults have discovered her plot, and the bounty on her head and those who follow her has increased dramatically. And then we got the loading bench. Eventually we'll be able to build stuff in the tower, but for now we're still working through some of the tutorial stuff. Simple destruction spell, a classic. Next time you're in the tower, check out the Research Makana. It'll help you learn better spells, or learn to build better spells. You'll need to learn to build your own loading bench. Next time you roll back the wheel, I may not be here. Great, the book should have taught you the recipe for one of these guns now. Go ahead and craft one. Yeah, so now we want to do inventory, crafting, the world builder. The world builder can be used to construct and deconstruct buildings. Buildings constructed in the tower are permanent, those in the shadow are lost when you roll back time. But we can save ourselves on some resources by taking that. I remember when I built my first furniture gun. Make sure to build a loading bench in your tower, it'll serve you till the end of time. 200 years ago, the world broke and the shadow was created. Since then, things were stable, mostly, until we opened the tower and let chaos out. Chaos keeps destroying the world, no matter how many times we roll back the wheel. Now chaos has broken the wheel. To rebuild the world, you're going to need to rebuild the wheel first. One ancient gear at a time. My allies, the riders, may have some of the pieces as well, but they won't trust you. This is the first time you've met us, not the first time we've met you. When you roll back time again, I won't remember this. Ancient gear is used to rebuild the Chronomancer's wheel, and after turning an ancient gear, you can roll back time to expand the Shire with new areas. So is there anything else I want to... I'll probably just look at getting a few more resources for the rest of this episode. And the world builder kind of has a little bit of that don't starve feel to it. Like, I'll move this over to there. But what you can do is make buildings, as well as if you have things... I believe there's also a way you can... like, build new tiles in the ground. Because, like, as we saw in the tower... There's the chance, or, well, there are areas where there's like a little void between spots. So it might be that it'll get unlocked as we head back to the tower. Right now I'm just going to get a few more things while we're out and about. Oh. Well, actually, alright, I should do my best to try and... Oh, shoot. There we go. We'll get that scanned just in case it gives any blueprints. But yeah, maybe we'll take a little bit of time, just do some exploring. And collect some things if we can, too. Oh, gotta be a bit careful. Now let me snag all that. And we do have a little chest here. What do we got? Oh, nothing too major, but we can still take it all. Yeah, early game, crafting game, it's always about just gathering all the resources you can, because you don't know what you'll need. Oh, wait, come back, I need to scan you. Oh, no, I didn't mean to use that. Okay, well, hopefully we'll get a chance. I don't know if we can... There wasn't anything coming up for, like, using the, first edition for scanning. But yeah, we got the Makana Guardian. By banning the small folk from the Imperial City, the Wizard Elite hoped crime would disappear overnight. They found, however, that the empty city became a target for thieves to steal whatever magical artifacts the Xi'an would pay for. Soon, every shop and garment building had a mechanized guardian at its entrance. Take all those. And sorry, kitty, but we're going to... Ooh, there's a little bit of the choreography I was talking about that they provide. Yeah, we'll do that just to get a bit of stuff to begin with. And let's head back to the tower just to wrap us up with having the first bits of this done. Actually, maybe I have to get a little bit more for stuff here. There we are. And let's see if this statue of Flora is for our healing. Because again, I didn't see this in the demo. No, nothing there. I can't deconstruct it. I can try taking it down, so we'll see what this does. We are going to roll back time, so I think everything that is here... Yeah, I'm not sure what that exactly was meant for, but maybe I'll have more revealed about it later in the game. So far, there hasn't been too much new from the demo. Back to the doorway. We'll deliver that gear to get that in order. And right, let me see. We want to make a loading bench, so we'll put that right there beside the research Makana. And then I think we have enough. Yeah, okay, now we can scan creatures if we get this. That's why I couldn't scan the little cat that we had found. And then we'll need some stuff before we can get that. We've got our own loading bench now made up here. And maybe I'll try... Actually, let me see. Can I deconstruct these? Okay, I'll actually be able to scan them, so I won't destroy those yet, but let me just clean up a little bit here and get us prepped for next episode, because, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this game. I don't know how much of this we'll do as a series together on the channel, but I definitely want to go for at least a couple weeks or so, just to see further with the full game finally being here. It does have multiplayer to it. I don't remember... When it was in early access, well, not early access, but before it released, I think it was down to like only 2 players for multiplayer. I don't know if they increased that size at all. I kind of thought this would be like a 1 to 4 player game, because it kind of feels like it suits that. Not with too many people, but a nice little gathering of if you have one friend or a few you could go hop in with. But yeah, I don't know about that. But for now, we're good to end this episode of Wizard with the Gun right here. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of our new series. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to comments right down below. And until I see you all in the next video, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.